Title: The Fox and the Lost Girl. Chapter 1. Lost in the Woods. Little Con wandered through the dense forest, her heart pounding with fear. She had been playing near her home when she had wandered too far and now found herself lost in the deep woods. Tears streamed down her face as she called out for help, but there was no one around to hear her. As the sun began to set, Con's sobs grew louder and more desperate. She stumbled over roots and branches, her small legs aching from the long journey. Just when she thought she couldn't go on any longer, she heard a rustling in the bushes. Chapter 2. The Encounter. Out from the bushes emerged a strange creature, unlike anything Con had ever seen before. It was a fox, but not just any fox. This fox stood on two legs, with bright green eyes and a kind smile on her face. She introduced herself as Izzy, an anthropomorphic fox girl who lived in the woods. Izzy took one look at Con's tear-streaked face and knew she had to help. She took the little girl's hand and led her to a cozy den hidden deep in the forest. There, Izzy made a warm fire and cooked a simple meal for Con, who had never tasted anything so delicious. Chapter 3. The Threat. Meanwhile, back in the village, Con's father Bob was frantic with worry. He had searched high and low for his daughter, but she was nowhere to be found. When he heard rumors of a strange fox girl living in the woods, he became convinced that she was responsible for Con's disappearance. Bob grabbed his hunting rifle and set off into the forest, determined to find the creature that had taken his daughter. As he neared Izzy's den, he saw the flickering light of the fire and knew he was close. With a steely resolve, he raised his gun and burst into the den. Chapter 4. The Showdown. Izzy stood protectively in front of Con, shielding her from Bob's angry gaze. She tried to explain that she had only been trying to help the lost girl, but Bob would hear none of it. He saw only a monster standing before him, a threat to his daughter's safety. "Get away from her, you beast!" Bob shouted, his finger tightening on the trigger. Izzy closed her eyes, ready to accept her fate. But Con stepped forward, her small voice trembling but determined. "No, Daddy, Izzy is not a monster. She saved me and took care of me. Please, don't hurt her," Con pleaded, tears streaming down her face. Chapter 5. Redemption. Bob hesitated, torn between his love for his daughter and his fear of the unknown. He looked into Izzy's eyes and saw not a monster, but a creature filled with kindness and compassion. Slowly, he lowered his gun and took a step back. "I'm sorry," Bob whispered, his voice filled with regret. "I was wrong to judge you without knowing the truth. Thank you for taking care of my daughter." Izzy smiled gratefully and embraced Con and Bob, the three of them forming an unlikely family in the heart of the forest. From that day on, they lived together in peace and harmony, their bond stronger than ever before. And so, the lost girl and the anthropomorphic fox girl found solace in each other's company, proving that love and understanding can conquer even the deepest of fears.